This video is sponsored by Moomoo, guys. Use that link down below. Open up your account and fund it with at least $100. That's all you have to do. You get 5 stocks right off the bat. Each of those could be valued up to $2,000. And of course, you could get more stocks if you want, depending on how much money you deposit. But again, with just a $100 deposit, you get 5 stocks. Each of those could be valued up to $2,000. So use that link down below. And full disclosure, that is an affiliate link. It helps out the channel. I appreciate you all as always. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video and talk about Sofi stock, which today went down about 1.7%. So check it out. You guys can see Sofi closed at $8.15, down, like I said, 1.7%, down 14 cents on the day. And it actually pump faked us, guys. You all can see in the aftermarket, or actually in the pre-market today, we saw a nice spike up to about 845. Then we actually popped to about 847. Well, I guess exactly 847 by about what time was that? 9? Yeah, about a couple minutes into the session. So it ran up, it pump faked us, in other words, which means that, faked a breakout, and then all of a sudden, boom, it dumped all the way down. We erased all that gain from the pre-market and from the latter half of the day yesterday, pretty much, which you guys can see yesterday. Sofi hit 808 in the middle of the day, actually more towards the beginning of the day. Either way, it hit 808. That was the low of the day yesterday, and it ran all the way to about 830 by close, and we actually hit about 810 earlier in the day. So again, we pretty much gave back that entire gain, which was from, again, the middle of the day yesterday. We had that rally, and that got into the pre-market today. So yeah, now we're back to where we were yesterday on Sofi stock, guys, down 1.7%. And mind you, the markets did go down. All the indexes had a red day today. We had the Russell down 0.3%, NASDAQ down 0.2%, S&P down 0.3%, and we had the Dow down the most, down 0.5%. So let's not be too hard on Sofi. But it had a red day. And on the 5-day, 5-minute, you guys can now see we're still above the lows from, I believe this was Friday, 3 days ago. We hit about 790 in the morning. So we're still above that point, which is great. And you guys can see we are holding above the lows from yesterday as well, which is also good. But we're struggling to break above 845. That is a point that we must mention right now, guys. 845, we failed in the morning today. We failed there yesterday. Day before that, day before that, day before that. So the past couple of days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, we have failed at 845 time and time again. So we need to, the bulls need to break back over that point. So let me actually set my alert there. I'll put one alert at 850. Let me do that now. Mark is that we're above, and we'll see where it goes from that point. And let's see, guys. I mean, for the support, it's going to be about $8 in the short term, which again, that held today, and that also held yesterday. That was the low of the day yesterday. So I'm going to set an alert at, let's say, 810. Let me do that now. Mark is that we're below 810. Then I'll do another one at $8. Mark is that we're below $8. Let me do that now. Because listen, guys, if we fall through 810, go to $8, we break that, bears are going to really start to gain control on the stock. But as of now, we're pretty much range bound between 810 to about 845, 850, and we'll see what direction we do end up picking in the short term. And on the 20-day chart, you guys can see we're still clearly in a downtrend. There's no denying that. Now SoFi is down from 1170 to 815. Percentage-wise, we're talking about 30%, so it's well in a bear market just in the past month at this point. Not even, guys, we're talking 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago is when the company reported earnings, and since that point, again, we're down 30%. Not looking so good for SoFi. And on the 4-hour chart, let me show you this. We are now under the 50 SMA, well under the 180 SMA. We have a death cross, which is not good at all. And one thing that I'm not liking here for the bulls, guys, is the fact that, like I said earlier, we got rejected at 845. You guys saw that on the intraday. Look at where that is. You guys see that here on the intraday. Look at where that is on the 4-hour chart, guys. If I zoom in on this 4-hour chart, that is right by the 50 moving average, guys. The fact that we got rejected at the 50 moving average at 845, 850, that is not a good sign for the bulls at all. Not a good sign for the bulls at all. And again, like I said, if this thing falls under $8 into the sevens again, it could get ugly. I mean, look, guys, on this 4-hour chart, we can see we have clear support at $8, not only from the in the past couple of days, but it was also support in the beginning of July, right, in the end of June, beginning of June, middle of June. So if we fall through $8, all I'm trying to get at here is we could see that sell-off accelerate potentially, and at that point we could be going down to 685, 750 like I've covered before here on the channel, and that's where I'm really going to start accumulating. That's my plan, guys. That's where I'm looking to start buying heavily on Sofi for more of a midterm trade. I'd say short midterm trade, maybe a couple of weeks, month, 2 months, right? Something like that. We'll see how it goes, but overall, this is in a very significant spot or important spot right now in terms of direction. Do we dump under 8? Do we break above 850? Time will tell. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And by the way, hit that like button and feel free to subscribe if you guys do like this content and you want to see more content like this. And make sure to follow me on Twitter at StockSurfS or Stocks Talk Stocks. You'll find me on there. I'm getting way more active over on Twitter, so make sure to join the community over there, or X, whatever the heck you guys want to call it. I know it's not Twitter anymore technically, but to me, I feel like it's always going to be Twitter. So before we do wrap up the video, let me show you what's going on with some of these other stocks now, as we did have the markets close about 20 minutes ago. So Hawaiian Electric, which is going through a lot of trouble right now with the tragedy over there in Maui, which, I mean, it's just completely devastating. We're not going to get into that in this video. I covered that more in depth in another video, but Hawaiian Electric is slowly starting to consolidate by the looks of it. Of course, you guys know this company is getting sued for allegedly starting or being a cause of these fires, or being one of the reasons why they started, which it's all alleged. We're not going to get into that in this video. But since that point, right, this stock has been destroyed. I mean, it makes sense. Essentially, it was a black swan event, and it's getting wrecked. Kind of similar to what we saw with the regional banks. Obviously, one's a catastrophe, a crisis, that being the Maui wildfires, completely devastating. The scenarios are not similar, obviously. I mean, it's a completely different scenario, but in terms of the stock's reaction, it's quite similar. Something out of the ordinary, unexpected happens. The bank stocks crash from what was unexpected back in March, whenever that was, and of course with the fires, completely unexpected. This stock is seeing a drop due to them allegedly starting it or causing it or being a reason, whatever, right? And it was unexpected. So we're getting this massive drop. It is down big time, 67%. And it looks like in the past couple of days, it's slowly been consolidating. Not saying this is the bottom, guys. Full disclosure, I don't own the stock. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not saying this is the bottom, but it is quite interesting to watch this one. And again, it went up on the day when all the indexes went down. And keep in mind, like I said, I've talked about this before when I've mentioned, or when I previously talked about Hawaiian Electric. When it comes to stocks like these, when we get a black swan event, something out of nowhere, we see the initial drop, it might, cool off for a little bit. A lot of people get suckered in, and that could then be the kind of the cooling phase before the next drop. And that's where a lot of people could lose money. So I'm not saying for sure it's going to see another drop, but keep in mind it is possible that Hawaiian Electric, it's consolidating, great, nice, all sweet and dandy, but we get another bad piece of news or more info about Maui, Hawaii, whatever. We'll see, how that plays out. It's still unknown, right? Up in the air. We get more info, bad info maybe. That could cause the next drop down to $9 again, maybe even under that. So keep that in mind, Hawaiian Electric. And originally they were looking to restructure. Now I was reading they're not looking to restructure. anymore. I have to look deeper into it, maybe if any updates came out today. But overall, yeah, that's it. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 16 stocks from Moomoo if you guys want. I mean, it's free money. Who doesn't like free money? Use that link down below. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks right off the bat. And fund it with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And mind you, each of those could be valued up to $2,000. And fund it with at least $5,000, you get another free share of either Tesla stock or Expedia stock, which makes this promo a no-brainer. So get on it, use that link down below. And with that being said, folks, cheers. I'll see you in the next one.